even that would be a enough contribution from your end. That if for example, if I am saying I am buying two dresses in 1 month, I can reduce down it to one initially, and then I can move to one dress in 2 months. If I am doing like so, and others are also doing like so, ultimately this will give a chance to reduce down the concept of overconsumption. Once the overconsumption will reduce automatically, the producers will be bound to produce less. Because if they are producing in higher quantities and people are not buying it, then क्या करेंगे वो उसका? And till how long they can pursue the same model? ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा quantities बना दी, the produced goods are there in the inventory, no one is buying, so okay, I'll waste it all. As a producer, I'm producing it again. The same thing happens second time. Ultimately, I am as a producer burning my own money and no one is buying it. Revenue is not generating. I cannot
Yeah.
create any profit out of it. If no profit is coming, ultimately I'll stop doing what I am doing. So the consumers have the power. They have the power to do this thing, to go for a limited amount of consumption, to reduce down the uh, overconsumption concept. So
Mm.
I hope what I am saying, theoretically it is possible. Practically, it is very difficult. Because once you have a sufficient amount of money, things are available on the internet. People are showing you on Instagram a healthy lifestyle. They are showing the parameter of success comes from wealth. What they are showing you, and somewhere, as a normal person, our brains accept the same thing. We feel like okay, it's then and there we have to buy it. And
Yeah.
it's not limited. One more point you people should have covered, I believe, coming from the point of marketing, consumer psychology में ये चीज आती है, the concept of Diderot consumption. I hope शायद अगर ये नाम सुना हो. Diderot consumption is the ultimate game the marketers are playing. If, for example, ईद का season चल रहा है, if a girl is buying a dress, let's say she bought a new dress for Eid, maroon color का, the next thing in her mind will pop up: I need to buy a bag, I need to buy shoes, I need to buy bangles, I need to buy the same color of lipstick, shades, cosmetics, eye shade, and the list goes on. Jewelry and all चीजें भरी पड़ी हैं. Marketers जानते हैं ये तमाम चीजें. That concept again, uh, uh, Diderot consumption कहलाता है ये. Consumers इसी में फंसे हुए हैं. हमारे
Yeah.
दिमाग में, हमारी psychology में, all these things are present over there. What marketers are doing, they are just triggering all these things again and again.
Wow. That's why
As
a lot
a
of
responsible consumer, if I feel like I am mature enough कि अगर मुझे कोई manipulate कर रहा है, I should not be manipulated. That's it. That's the only answer out of this equation. Nothing else. That's it from
actually,
my side.
yeah, I've seen brands do that. I mean, what recently I think is शुरू हुई है बात, but I was really surprised to find out if I'm ordering from a website, I should I name the brand? I'll just name it Sapphire and Khadi. अगर two piece का सूट है तो फिर वो जो है ना like कमीज अलग से they'll sell it and then be like okay something pairs well with this and it's the shalwar for it basically, but like why can't you just pair it and sell it as one thing? No, they have to sell it अलग से, so you can pay like 1,000 15 so more for that. So that's how they like to maximize their profits. But again, um you said it's in theory it's a nice concept, practically बहुत मुश्किल है, but that's what we're here for. So Anusha and Aruba will explain to us how we can move towards that um what do you call it, the sustainable consumption. Also, one point I'd also like to mention, sir, is that I personally believe that for in countries जहाँ पे legal restrictions बहुत ज़्यादा strict होती हैं, if the government and the legal bodies can take care of the textile waste that is produced, fabrics and dyes and chemical waste by the factories, then I feel like agar uspe proper financial repercussions and legal repercussions hongi, I feel like the factories and the owners of the factories and the brands will take care of what is being secreted into the rivers and lakes and farms basically. Also, sir, I had one more question from you. One of our speakers asked this one question. They basically said, is there a theory of over promotion or over showcasing your brand? So if there is, would there be like a perfect way to promote it? So your brand, like that it does not reveal much and keep it trending.
See,
Do you
there
understand?
are there. Yeah, I got your question.
Yeah.
In fact, I read this question earlier in the conversation. The thing is, there is no such theory related to over promotion and all, but things are somewhere present available. There are options available in marketing. Like
Mhm.
I used one name, guerrilla marketing, or there is another one that is called ambush marketing, where
Mhm.
we see things which are being trendy quite a lot. So the problem there is that the manufacturers will adopt these things. Somewhere they are trying to find the loopholes in our mind. I was just going through the comment section again. So in the comment section, there were things like that the brands are targeting our social acceptance theory. Yes, they are. They understand the consumer psychology very well, and that is the reason, just quoting this thing, that is the reason I am teaching consumer marketing in the department of psychology, because there is a domain of marketing in psychology and the domain of psychology in marketing, vice versa, that
Mhm.
marketing can be done psychologically, finding out the gaps and loopholes in the minds of customers, and when seeing the gaps in the minds of customers, I can use those gaps. हाँ उस gaps को, if I am manipulating it, if I'm going with unethical practices, then again that is wrong. Ethics ke
Mhm.
against there is no question.
Yeah.
If someone is going ethically wrong and you are asking, tell me the right way out of it. No, someone is going ethically wrong. Baat khatam ho gayi. That's it.
Mhm. So, Anusha and Aruba, would you like to speak up and let the participants know about the what you guys have to say?
Yeah, I would elaborate on the same thing that you said, Nisha. That was about having something that is ethically wrong and that getting stopped. So, like we earlier mentioned in the webinar about polyester and how harmful it is, we can see cancer traces, or we can also see infertility issues that are just because of polyester consumption. So, I think when we move towards sustainability, or when we talk about how we can actually move towards you know, doing stopping the consumers, or like stopping overconsumption. So I have this thing, probably, you know, if we have any kind of healthcare steps in, and we have certain laws and regulations about what amount of products to actually produce in a year, as per we have a lot of pollution that is because of overproduction. So we have any rules and regulations put in place for the amount of polyester that's being used. So like Sir Yusuf mentioned earlier, since it's cheap, and since it's something that is hazardous as well at the same time, so if we reduce that, a lot of overproduction can automatically get reduced, or at least if not properly reduced, then at least we can probably, for example, if we have 6 collections in a season right now, it can get to 4 collections that the brand is producing. So that is one point that I thought is really important, that
Yeah.
we have some regulations and rules about it, to go about it. Because in Pakistan, we see it in a lot of domains that due to this you know, due to no rules and regulations, or at least an authority or a body who takes control of things, we have things going haywire. So that's one part of fast fashion that could be reduced.
Thank you, Aruba. So my point is, so what if we, you know, force the government to create regulatory bodies which would control the over production the of these fast fashion trends? I mean, if there would be some limitations to that, people would stop consuming, and there should be exact limitations for the consumers also, right? So there, if we create awareness on this trend, if people are going to work in these fast fashion industries, they would be affecting by these things. And if people are going to buy these clothes, if, in this limit, they would be impacting the environment. So if we individually let the people know how these fast fashion trends are affecting our environment and how they could affect the future generations, I think that would create a big impact. So that is my point.
Anusha, I would like to raise a point over here that you are saying that the government should take the measures and they should ask the producers to reduce down the production. My dear, the problem is that the textile sector contributes a lot in the GDP. If the government starts saying this thing that overproduction will reduce down this, and this will happen, and these are the positive benefits out of it, ultimately they are just throwing an axe on their own foot that the GDP will go down ultimately. And more obviously, if we see the crisis in our country at the moment, we cannot uh, just ask the government to go and start claiming all these things. Although what you are saying theoretically is right, the government should take the measures, but they cannot. If they would ask for the favors from the producers to reduce down the production, then how they will get then how will they just gain their GDP? So economically, it won't be sufficient for them. So it becomes again, it goes on the point of the people that it's our responsibility on ourselves to accept this thing. People like you who are coming up with such beautiful sessions on such wonderful topics and making people aware about these things, that these consumptions are becoming the problem. Not today maybe, but sooner or later these will be problems. The number you quote, if I'm not wrong, you quote or Aruba quote, that one cotton shirt is approximately around 2700 liters requirement to produce one cotton shirt. Just to elaborate it more, that 2700 liters of water is approximately the amount of water a single individual required to take shower for 2 years. Now imagine those 2 years is against one cotton shirt you are wearing. So if we start to, as a teacher, me myself, you people as community members, if we start to educate people on these issues, might be possible then this issue can be resolved. But we cannot ask the government at the moment that they should go and they should create the awareness and all. Practically speaking, that they won't, because it will be hurting them somewhere.
Just like Sir right now mentioned, personal initiative taken, I would like to raise this point as well that like Sir ने पहले mentioned किया था कि हम अगर कहीं पे भी type in करें, so women are basically the ones who are also who get targeted by fast fashion and the brand's marketing tactics. But if we go to a little depth in this topic, I would keep it brief. We can see that in our culture, Pakistan में specifically, job we have a lot of gender differences. They might not be actually happening in our own current families, but we can at least witness this phenomena that when boys are actually being brought up, they're always told to take to look after the house, or like to get a job, get a car, or invest, or have this sound and stability, financial stability. But whereas girls a lot of times are asked are not even given this right to study or to actually make their brain come to this point that they can have this rational and reasoning ability to what is right and what's not. So it's always like girls are going shopping, or they have actually made this part of the environment as well, that women will go shopping, or if you go to malls, the most majority of them would be women. So I think in the environment also has this role here, where personal initiative comes, that we can take this initiative to actually teach our girls as well, teach our women as well about financial stability, or how what is more important, rather than getting a designer bag or a designer pair of clothes. You can actually save up all that money and invest it later and into shares or whatever their suitable part of investment would be. But I think that is also a part to play.
Yeah, also I'd like to add on to this point is because like why are women more susceptible to these marketing tactics? क्योंकि हम जब बच्चे थे, हम जब छोटे थे, हमें तब से सिखाया जाता है कि अच्छा गुड़िया गुड़िया खेलेंगे एंड शादी शादी खेलेंगे, तो शादी शादी में क्या होता है, नए कपड़े लेने एंड ये कौन पहन रहा है, ये क्या पहन रहा है एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, यू हैव टू ड्रेस अप एंड मेकअप एंड फैशन शो करेंगे. These are the games that us girls were like taught to play, and the men, or like should I say the boys, the teenage boys, they had an opportunity to बाहर जाए खेलना, दुनियादारी देखना, sit with their parents. मतलब बच्चों को like लड़कों को छोटी उम्र में अगर पापा का बिजनेस होता है तो वहां पे जाके बिठा देते हैं, but women are restricted to much more superficial things.